This movie was something, okay? Odessa, who is played by Sadie Sink, she's right there, is a freaky, hallucinogenic, mind bending movie, and it definitely gives the age of Aquarius because it was a mixture of truth and technology. The main messaging of this movie was the power of love can overcome all. In this lost, apocalyptic society, everyone was looking for community to feel full, to just feel something. But they have lost their way due to cults, organized religious kind of vibes, mind control, poverty, and the need to survive. And y'all know me, I love to break things down. I feel like there was a lot of spiritual references as well. You can see the all seeing eye, alchemy, numerology. Odessa was the seventh son, but really the daughter, feminine energy. Seven was also referenced in many spiritual places and practices and religions. Seven is known as a sacred number. It's the soul, the energy versus the shell. The tree of life was referenced. I just thought I'd throw that in there because I love seeing stuff like that. As the world goes under, this man takes over, played by Moray Ballette. He's in the back right there. He's telling the masses everyone should listen to him through mind control and false advertisement. If I could reference his game show, it would remind me of American Idol and Baddies. It's definitely used to distract you while reality is still consuming you in your everyday life. And when you speak out against him, they, as in his team, the government, rich people, they will harm you and dispose of you. So let's jump in. In the beginning, it definitely gives folk music and an origin story. It was folklore about her ancestry and how she was chosen through her lineage to heal. And let me serve you guys some lore, okay? So her mom and her dad found each other, but her dad left Odessa when she was young to honor the family legacy of healing the world. So the father passed away, and the only thing that was sent back was the guitar, and the guitar was special. It was magic, but the only in the right hands. Through grief, Odessa's mom buried the guitar, and it poisoned the land and the crops. Right, so they lived in poverty for a long time, until Odessa's mom got sick, and she ended up passing away, and she buried her mom, and then dug up the heirloom, which was the guitar. She cleaned up her mom, and then burned up the house with her mom in it, so her mom could become one with the earth. Then she embarked on her journey where she met people that she thought was family because they lied to her and said they were family to her. And again, she became drunk, okay, incoherent. And again, she was naive because she only stayed on that farm. Like her mom thought the outside world was evil, which it was. So she ended up being intoxicated and sleeping. And the random people we found out later were just the thugs that worked for the man, aka the cult leader, that believed that he was God, who was played again by Murray Burlett, stole the family heirloom, which is the guitar. And that's where the true journey begins. As the story progresses, it definitely gives rock opera, futurism, cyberpunk, folk rock, and Sadie Sink impressed me with her voice. I like to joke around and say that everybody on Stranger Things could sing, but I really feel like it's true. Anywho, I would like you to imagine a musical such as the Rock of Ages. If you haven't watched that, you should go watch that. Mixed with The Matrix because it states that she is the one, right? And side note, if you want to dig deeper, this is why I think it's important to know all bases of religious practices, folklore, and everything in between. Her being a woman character was representation of Mother Earth. And if you're religious, it could be a representation of Jesus breaking the cycles because Odessa passes and the island burns, and it was a renewal to others. She was spreading joy too, showing us that anyone could be a light, right? Hence referencing Jesus washed our sins away. She basically took the guitar and like threw it through like the evil man's eye, so that way the city burnt down, so she was like washing away the sins. It's a reference. If you watch it, you'll get it. I also feel this gives a bit of Rent the musical. If you haven't watched Rent the musical, you need to watch that as well because of how everyone has their background story and it's uniquely imperfect. And the movie Powder, it's really sad. If you want to watch that on your own. I watched that when I was young. I don't even know why I was watching the movie Powder. Anyway, and it definitely gives the randomness of Michael Jackson Moonwalker. If you haven't watched that, that was also so random. And that's how I could describe this film. In the beginning, the story was sincerely so solid, and towards the end, it just gave super random. Some parts were extremely cheesy, and I did see people say that Sadie Sink looked awkward, but I think that was the point. She was a naive farm girl that was learning how to love, survive, and navigate the world for the first time. I think further into the movie, she looked more comfortable, in my opinion. Regina King looked excellent, and I'm glad she took this role, as well as Sadie Sink, as well as Kelvin Harrison Jr. I love when actors and actresses could give range, and this definitely gave range. This film was extremely bold and unique, and I don't think everyone will like it. I know for sure not everybody will like it. Some people will be like, this is so weird. I'm also not surprised it went straight to streaming, because, like, how could you even advertise something like this? Like, it's very peculiar. It's very out there, right? However, we appreciate a unique storyline, so I feel like that's an A plus in my book. I also want to give a warning that there's a lot of light, so be mindful if you maybe could go into like epileptic shock or so, because I know some people are very sensitive when it comes to lights. And that's it. That's my review.